let me introduce you to the HOVERAir AQUA, a drone that weighs under 250 grams, is completely buoyant, can float on the water, can flip from turtle mode to normal mode, launch out of the water, land in the water. You can control it with the Lighthouse armband controller. Man, this thing is really exciting. This is a full innovation in the drone space. For full transparency and disclosure here, this video has been sponsored by HOVERAir, and the HOVERAir AQUA was provided to me for review purposes. And just look how adorable this drone is. It's sleeping. It's sleeping while I'm doing a video. Like, just so cute. What I decided to do for my first impressions was chuck the HOVERAir AQUA literally into the deep end. I know it's a corny pun, but I had to say it. The Aqua got literally launched into the middle of the ocean. We had a kayak, a water bike, and a water quad bike, and we tested this drone literally, again, in the middle of the ocean. It was such a surreal experience to test a drone in the ocean and just chuck it into the water, but it handled it like an absolute champ. Before I get any further into this video, I have to give a massive shout out to Bay Island Lifestyle. Check out their website if you're in the Redlands or in Brisbane, bayislandlifestyle.com.au. They actually provided the kayak, the water bike, and the water quad bike and helped out on the day. So huge thank you to them. And also a massive thank you to Jesse as well. Check out his Instagram. He helped out with filming on the day. Now, I mentioned before the personality that this drone has, but I love the little animations on the screen. There are dedicated modes for kayak and stand-up paddle boarding. So you've got a bunch of different options. And with this controller here, the Lighthouse controller, it's waterproof, so you can wear it while you're kayaking or while you're on a stand-up paddleboard or whatever. And if you fall in the water, it doesn't matter. If the drone falls in the water, it doesn't matter. The Aqua can capture 4K video up to 60 frames per second in HDR. You've also got the H-Log profile, which gives you 10-bit color, and 4K up to 100 frames per second in slow motion, which is really nice. The drone can also handle level 7 winds, so that's 55-kilometer winds, which is just insane. And with the Lighthouse controller here, you have a bunch of control with the drone. When we were out in the ocean, we were literally just passing it between different people to just start the tracking process. So you can launch the drone just with a button, you can change the altitude, you can get the drone to move around you, you can get it to come back to you. Super easy stuff here. And at any point, if it knocks into something, it just lands back in the ocean and then you can launch it again. It's a really interesting design. It does have full propeller coverage with this foam design here, and the propellers are underneath, so you have to hold the drone on top if you want to hand launch it. From all of our tests in the ocean, I was really impressed with what the Aqua could actually do. Again, you can literally just chuck it into the ocean and at any point press a button and it will launch and start following you. On the screen itself, you can play back video, so you can see if everything's framed nicely and have a little, kind of playback to see if it's working well. And then at any point you can change all the different parameters, settings, modes, the input when it comes to how far the drone's following from you, the kind of angle or perspective that it's going to be. Is it a flat shot? Is it a high shot? You have so much control, and you don't need to connect it at any point to a phone or any other controller. It's just this controller, and then on the drone itself, you control everything through the screen. It's actually quite impressive how much they've crammed into the screen interface. You can literally change everything that you want to change. If you guys are interested in the HOVERAir AQUA, then definitely check those links out down below. They are affiliate links, so it does help out the channel and it helps me out. I really do appreciate it. But check it out. If you're interested in this drone, it's the best way to go about supporting the channel and grabbing yourself this drone. I am very impressed so far, and I can't wait to share more of my thoughts in my full review. The HOVERAir AQUA impressively has 10 plus fully automatic flight modes. And for my first impressions, the main focus was to put it into the stand-up paddleboard mode, the SUP mode. So we used that with the water bike, and then we used the kayak mode with the water quad bike and the kayak. And so from what you can see, even with kayaking, at any point he's just like fishing, doing his thing, the kayak's just floating, and the drone just keeps that distance from him. And so at any point, he can then use this controller to go, actually, I want it to come around and have a front perspective. You don't have to land the drone. You can literally control everything from the waterproof Lighthouse. So I found that to be really easy to use. I think everyone on the day was quite surprised to see this all unfolding. I was honestly just so excited and nervous to see this all happening. I tested it in the pool and I was happy with it. I was really impressed with how it flipped, how it launched, how the Lighthouse worked. Everything seemed to work really nicely. But then to go from a pool, which is a very controlled environment, into the middle of the ocean is quite a leap. That's another pun, but that's an unintentional one. They quote 23 minutes of flight time with this drone, and it does have built-in storage of 128 gigabytes. So I found no issues. Even when you're recording in slow motion and you have like 10-minute video files, it doesn't even seem to touch the sides. Like that 128 gigabytes is actually really nice. I've been testing this now for quite some time, and I haven't even had to bother formatting the internal storage just yet. I quickly glossed over that 23-minute mark. It always depends, obviously, on your flight conditions, but what's really cool about this drone is I've been able to push it to its limits. Like I've brought it back at about 7%, 10%, and tested it in those kind of environments, because worst case scenario, it's relatively close to you that it's just going to land. And because it's waterproof and we were in the ocean, we could just push it to its limits, grab the kayak, and then just go and grab it. But it never like landed, it never forced a landing or anything. We actually pushed it thoroughly to its limits. So that flight time was very impressive. I think I only went through about 2 and a bit batteries because we were just out there for so long that we were happy with what we got. Pretty surreal stuff here. Testing out a sub 250 gram drone. It's got obviously the full propeller guards here that are a foam design. The propellers themselves are underneath the drone. So if you do want to hand launch it, which I'll talk about that in my full review in another video, but you can hand launch it. And if you want to hand catch it, you grab the drone and flip it upside down and it immediately disengages the motors, and then you just go to the next phase of launching it again. From this first test here, I can't floor it at all. Like, just how consistently reliable it was, as long as it was connected up to the lighthouse and everything was ready to go. Like, we had no issues. We were able to just rotate between different modes. We were able to pass the controller, the armband, to just someone randomly in the ocean. Like, oh, let's go over here to the water bike now. So we would take that off, pass it over, and then start immediately without any sort of interruption. So you're able to capitalize on that battery life because the drone's able to launch so quickly, and the workflow is super fast here. Even the boot up time and changing modes through the interface on the screen, you would think it would be fiddly being like tiny little buttons and a little screen, but it actually works flawlessly. I was very impressed with this process. So is this a whole new niche for the drone world? It's the world's first waterproof drone, and I know that everyone on the day was very keen to see this, and I think there's definitely an application for this. There's nothing like this where you can capture those intimate moments when you're on a kayak fishing, or maybe you're on a stand-up paddleboard going through a reef and you want to capture that moment. This is the ultimate selfie drone. It's perfect. It doesn't matter if it crashes because it's in the water and it will just launch again straight out the water. So I'd love your thoughts, guys. Is this on your wish list? Let me know down in the comments below. If you got any questions or any other video ideas, let me know down below. Thank you to everyone who made this video possible. Definitely check out all those links down below to check out all the people that helped out on the day, to check out the drone links as well, and anything else will be linked down below and in the comments.